Hey guys, it's CEO and I'm back with another video. A lot of you guys have been asking about my old 44 and my new 44, mostly just how is my classic series held up compared to my pro series, dislikes about my classic, and dislikes about my pro. So I'm actually going to go over that with you in this video. So as many as you know, if you've seen my channel before, is that I have two 44 custom gloves. I got one going into my senior year of high school, and then coming into college ball, which is my classic series, and then coming to spring season in college, I got my pro 44 series. So the main difference between the classic series that 44 has and the pro series is that a classic series is more steer high leather, made in the United States. Whereas the Pro Series is made out of Japanese top-line kip leather, so pretty close to the A2000s. I would compare it mostly to the A2000s more than the A2Ks from Wilson, or more like a Rawlings. I want to say Pro Preferred, but I don't have a Rawlings. But I think Pro Preferred is more soft than the Heart of the Hide, or it's completely mixed up. Not quite sure. But yeah. So I'm actually gonna go over my classic series with you guys. So this is my 44 Classic. It's a 12-inch. It was white, Carolina blue, and black. These were my high school colors, and I have the Colorado flag on it too. It's a modified trap, breast cancer on it, my name in white, and a silver logo. So this actually does not look like a 12-inch glove. I can tell you personally, when you look at it in person, this thing actually looks like more like 11.5 or 11 3/4, at least. Because I guess you can see the difference. Yeah, 3 1/4. This is a 12, so I think you can see the difference for the most part, or else I'm just completely tripping. But I think this one's bigger. This is my pro. I think this one's bigger. So how has my 44 held up? My 44 has held up pretty well, to say, out of going through about 100+ games with this. It's definitely held up very well. I use it in practice some days. It's been through a lot of practices, a lot of work put into this glove. So it still holds its shape very well. I literally can hold it on the side. And it still holds its shape. It kept its hold very well. The only thing I really did not like about this glove was the palm padding, or like the palm leather. So when they put gloves together, what they do is that they put a piece of leather and a piece of leather, and then like kind of like a padding in between to hold, like, to keep it stiff. And so my thing is, I think the leather that they used is super thin, because I kid you not, every time I was catching a ball, even if it was in the pocket or just like right here in this area, it would sting my hand pretty well. Even with like the finger pad, sting my hand pretty well, even if I caught it like right in here. But that's okay. So my classic, I really liked. This is actually the glove that made me like 44 in the first place, just because it was a custom glove. First of all, in my senior year, I was like, you know what, I really, really want one. So I got one. The only thing I don't like about it is that I don't, so as you see the way it formed it, I kind of like, I didn't have a preference, but I try to make it to thumb to between my pointer and my middle finger, and it goes more towards middle, which is okay, or if I bend it straight like that. But yeah, so I actually go traditional in this glove, just because I think it feels better, and I think it'd be weird if I went two in the pinky with a finger out and it's not on the fingerhead. But definitely traditional with the finger out. great glove, honestly. It's held its shape very well. I still break it out for practice once in a while, just if I feel like throwing back a little bit. But this is one out of the 3 gloves I have here at college. I actually have this one, my Pro, and then I have my A2000. So yeah, and there's that. So if you want to take one more quick look at it, this is what it looks like. So yeah, alright. So onto my Pro 44. So my Pro 44 Pro Series is Kid Leather. It's actually my college colors. So in this one, I actually did it completely different than what I did with my other 44, and I put 2 in the pinky, and then I keep my hand just completely in there. I don't put a finger out. I thought about it, didn't like it too well, so I put all hands in there. So as you can see, it's navy blue, white, and maroon with my college logo and my name on it. I also have it stitched inside in grit. I went over it in my review of it when I first got it. So far this glove has been breaking in pretty well, to say the least. It's still stiff. It's still very, very stiff, not even gonna lie. But I like it. I still really like this glove. The only complaint I have with it is the same thing that I have with my classic, is that this palm leather feels really thin, like there's no padding with it. And a lot of you are probably going to be like, well, you're supposed to catch it in the web. I understand that, but ground balls half the time, they don't stay on the ground half the time. So you're trying to push through, and then it like hits that part. And where my palm is sitting is right here. And sometimes you have to catch a ball there. It just happens to get there, or it hits this area right here. That's like right here on the finger line, and that's where my fingers are, and it hurts. But it's whatever. Still really love this glove. So far, I have no doubt that this thing is barely broken in as it is, so it's gonna hold its shape for a while, and you know that just because of how stiff it comes in. Yeah. And then I got asked a specific question if I could put 3 in the pinky. Yeah, you can do it. Personally, that's not what I like to do. I think that's kind of weird. Like, not to be weird, but I think it's kind of But you can definitely do that if you want to. I know a lot of people back home that have 44s, and they absolutely love them, and they do 3 in the pinky, or the 2, or they do the traditional style. I was doing traditional in this glove for a while, and then I was like, there's no way I could squeeze that right now. Like, this is as far as it goes. But if I did my 2 in the pink, I can almost get it close. So, that's the update. If you guys have any more questions and you just want to ask me about gloves or stuff, definitely don't be afraid to comment on these or email me. Another thing is, what I'm trying to do is add more videos to my channel about softball stuff, softball reviews, because you don't really see that. You see all these baseball reviews, but you don't see softball reviews, and I think that's something that I think would be really cool. So definitely subscribe, like it if you like this video, and I hope this guy has helped you out with what you like and what you don't like. So thanks, guys.